Hello everyone, my name is Anita and I help people discover their power. So, I haven't been here for quite some time. It's been an intensive week when it comes to emotions, at least on my side. And it wasn't easy. I have to tell you this. I had one day, I think it was Wednesday. It started off quite interesting. I got a coupon from one of my friends who is into clairvoyant training, and I could request clairvoyant reading from Clairvoyant Hawaii Center to find out a little bit about myself. Obviously you cannot really record this unless you buy recording from the reading, but they told me something that actually made me realize that buying a recording wouldn't make much sense, because they said that they are presenting a reading where they only talk about the now. Everything is fluid depending on the decisions that you make. So just because you are a certain way now, it may change in 5 minutes, it may change in 1 day, it may change in 1 week. Which is a good reminder, by the way, to the whole Dr. Joe Dispenza work that I'm doing and I'm really passionate about, that ultimately you are the one responsible for your destiny. Even though 3D can sometimes lure us into believing that it's our environment that has power over us, but in fact, it is always us. The 3D only reflects how we are. I will not tell you much about the session because it would take too long and I don't think it would be interesting at all. However, they did say something interesting, which I think it's true. I feel it intrinsically, and it has to do with my emotions. So as I mentioned before, I had some emotional situation on Wednesday, the same day. They said that there is something not right in my emotional aura. Apparently, according to the clairvoyant people, you have like 7 layers of your aura, and as much as you could look at mine, aura is pretty much in a good shape. However, the emotional aura is a little bit out of sync, and it's because I have a strong desire to change, but at the same time I have doubts, and they recommended aura healing. And I've never heard about this term before. Apparently they provide aura healing for free. You can choose to donate if you want. I will link this option below, so anyone watching this may be interested. Anyway, I was lucky enough to reserve a spot for today. So in my European time zone, the healing will take place at 9 o'clock in the evening. It's 10 a.m. right now. I really look forward to it because I'm really interested whether it's gonna really have this significant way of helping me with my doubts. I've been battling with them since the day I started doing Dr. Joe. I have been presented with many evidence. I have lived through many mystical experiences. I know there is something true, totally true about this work. I've experienced things that are really hard to explain even with my contemporary language. So I also believe that every person has capability to change, even though change may be super difficult because we tend to slip back to old realities, because that's our human nature. We like to live in a comfort zone. We like to know how our next day will look like, even though if it's not exciting, it kind of gives us safety, and people like to feel safe. However, being safe isn't always the way to live if you want to discover something new about yourself, you kind of need to go out of the comfort zone. It's sometimes a really scary place. I can tell you that. I have no idea how my life will look like in a month time. It is exciting, but it's scary, which also perpetuates this fight of two forces in me. Strong desire to change my reality and strong doubts. So we'll see how it goes. I also wanted to tell you that Dr. Joe has published his documentary. Actually, it's not only his, I think I should say it's also Inner Science who's involved. So this is very exciting document about the way the work can influence our biology. Scientists are speaking about results. Obviously, this movie is already out of date in a sense because they have even more data now, especially regarding microbiome. I'm actually one of the subjects in this study. I gave them my sample in Vienna, which I'm really proud of. I know not many people were so keen on doing this because, well, you had to give them your poo, basically, which is, I remember in Vienna there were still some empty spots when people registered and they were encouraging people from stage to help out with samples. Anyway, in Dallas, they already told us that looking at the initial results of the microbiome, they are mind-blowing. People were basically changing their microbiome within a week drastically, which normally takes like 3 months. And I think in some time they will publish a paper about that. Obviously, it will need to be peer-reviewed before it will be published like officially to the world. However, I think it's just a matter of time, which is also very exciting. I don't have like a particular topic for this video. I don't even know how to call it, but I will just leave it like that. I guess I would call it like doubts versus strong desire to change. And I think many of us who are into work are experiencing this. What I can only tell you is to keep on going, even though your 3D may not be perfect. I strongly believe me as well as you have the capability to change not only yourself but also your reality as a result. And yeah, keep on writing. You're doing great work, and see you next time. Bye-bye.